Hey, I'm Natasha from Natasha Castellan Art, and this is the Artist Chat Room, and I'm so glad you've joined me today. The Artist Chat Room is where we learn about the business side of art. Think of me as a friend encouraging you from the sidelines, saying, hey, you can do this, you've got it in the bag, and giving you some tips along the way. This morning I have a quote from Pablo Picasso. That art is not the application of a canon of beauty, but what the instinct and the brain can conceive beyond the canon. When we love a woman, we don't measure her by her limbs. Pablo Picasso. I'll come back to that quote. I have met a lot of artists that are self-taught, both artists in real life and artists online, and they'll proudly, and so they should proudly say that they are self-taught. They have done their time. They've gone into the studio. They've learnt what colours work together. They learnt how to make great compositions. And I so admire that the hours that would have gone into their craft. And in fact, as an art teacher, as a teacher itself, on itself, I know how important it is to actually apply things. The doing is where we learn. But these people who are self-taught, somewhere along the line, have also read a book, just like people who've gone to art school would have read a book, would have bought a magazine, maybe done an online course or done a workshop along the way. They're still self-taught artists, but along the way they've picked up and learnt the rules about art. They've learnt the elements and principles of art and design. And as someone who teaches the rules, I know how really important the rules are, and how the rules, understanding what colours work together, understanding the rules, understanding the elements and principles of design will help you make great art. But following the rules is not necessarily equal to sales. Following the elements and principles of design alone, on its own, doesn't mean you will have sales. Knowing how the rules work, though, and understanding the rules is very important. In fact, Pablo Picasso himself was a great artist. He knew all the rules. He knew how to draw really well. He understood colour, principles of design. He understood composition and perspective and all those things. He knew them all, and he spent the rest of his life breaking those rules. He knew them, and then he broke those rules. Understanding colour theory can help you make a creative, a dynamic artwork, but when you know the rules and you do something that you know is a little bit not quite the rule, and you go, oh, look what I've done here. Wow, this is really something different and unique. That's moving into a potentially far more creative. That's doing what Pablo Picasso said earlier, getting the instinct and the brain working together to create something beyond the rules, beyond the canon. And that's what I want to talk about, creating something beyond it. Knowing what makes a strong composition is great, but sometimes you can make something far more authentic when you're not following the rules. When you go, oh, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. Who cares where the horizon line is? And if you're one of those people who like to do a black outline around your still life, or a black background, or a blue background, or a red background around your portraits, and that's what you love, just go for it. Be yourself. Buyers will see your passion. They'll see what is unique and what is fresh and what is authentic. And when you create something that's beyond the canon, that's beyond the rules, you'll be creating an authentic piece of art. Buyers are interested in what's fresh, what's new, what's authentic, what's real and genuine, rather than ticking the boxes, oh, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, or following a formula. Hey, don't be sticking to the rules. Go beyond the rules, go beyond the canon. creating work that other people will like, and creating work that you will like, will be creating work that is engaging both the rules and your individual creativities. You might say, hey Natasha, how do I do that? I really don't know how to do that. Well, go to your own work and have a look. What is it that you love about it? What results are floating your boat, so to speak? Look at it and say, oh, I love that, I love that. Take note of it. Take note of what you love in other people's work. So, for example, some people might love emotion. Some people like movement. I really like the way light is often captured. And I get a bit down with myself if I don't capture light in a painting. In the making of your art, what do you enjoy? Not just the finished product, but the process of making it. What is it that you enjoy about it? The other thing is, what kind of a person are you? You know, are you this bubbly, effervescent person, or are you like quiet and reserved? Are you careful and meticulous, or are you this free spirit that just doesn't want to be controlled? Let your art reflect those things. And when you create by knowing the rules and breaking the rules, by not following formulas, by being true to yourself and true to who you are, you will flourish as an artist. You will have, you will be able to go in shows, you'll get commendations, maybe even win awards. You may even have galleries that will ring you up and want to represent you. Look, you will have sales because people want the genuine. They want the real deal. They don't want these knockoffs that you can see everywhere. They want something real and genuine. And that's what Pablo Picasso was saying, that, you know, when you love a woman, you don't measure her. You don't get a ruler and say, well, is she just right? Does she fit the bill? No, you're going to love a person, not just a woman. You're going to love a person because of their personality, of who they are inside, of their genuineness and who they are. Yeah, and that's the same with the art. So I'm going to go back to Pablo Picasso's quote, because I think it's a good quote for us to think about today. Art is not the application of canon of beauty, but what the instinct and the brain can conceive beyond the canon. When we love a woman, we don't start by measuring her limbs. That's Pablo Picasso. Thank you for joining me today. Hey, if you enjoyed this chat, please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. I'm also on Instagram. I go live, and on Instagram it's pretty cool because I am talking with amazing artists. I've spoken with artists like Claire Desjardins, Betty Krause, Franks Krause, Amika Wincop from Australia. Number of artists, I've just gone blank, but yeah, come in there. You can listen to some of my old chats, some new chats. Actually, this week I'll be chatting with Wendy Manzo, and we'll be talking about copywriting and things that are going to help you and inspire you in your journey. Also have a website with a newsletter. Please subscribe. Thank you for joining me. This is the Artist Chat Room. I'm Natasha from Natasha Castellan Art, and be inspired this week to create. Have a great day.